Hello everyone and welcome on back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. As always, I appreciate you. Some of you are in here day in and day out. For some of you, it's your first time here. Whatever it may be, welcome on in. Let's go ahead and give a listen to this track / video we're going to watch. Is my microphone on? It is on. Okay, anyways. We're going to listen to Ren with the track Hi Ren. This has been recommended to me by a few people, not an overpopulous amount, but Lightmane, you've been mentioning it, Belgond, Skunk Worksu, Adam Jondo, I see you in here as well. Looks like you've been really pushing this one. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and give a listen, give a watch to this particular video. I'm going to go ahead and get it pulled up, get it ready. Sorry, I had sumo stuff. I was watching sumo stuff and then, all right. So I'm gonna move myself out the way. We'll settle in, settle down, and give this a watch and listen. We'll discuss it after, possibly during. Let's go. Hope this isn't a sauce situation, because that's a little bit... Sounds like it's about to go into like a Polyphia kind of vibe. Wasn't expecting that.
Hi there, Ren. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down you know that. Deep down you know I'm always in periphery. Ren, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant.
We're on an Eminem NF kick right now.
I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately. And I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect at always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate. This time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place. Right? And my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one. So you see, you gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not left over dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is private, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Where are your Grammys, Ren? Nowhere. Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics, or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself.
This side.
You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you, to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that. Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat. No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong. Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious, Eminem did it. Played on guitar, Plan B did it. Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people. people's material. Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore. Fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath us. That's right, speak your truth, your fucking God complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to ask for you, say it instead of downplay it.
Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus.
Fuck you,
It's
I'ma
the
fucking kill you, Ren.
characterization
I'ma
of
fucking
mix-
kill me, then. Let's
it's-
fucking
it's
have
a-
you, Ren.
this is
I'ma do
really
it, watch me
incredible.
prove it. Who
This
are
is
you
a
to
cool
doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots, and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside. Newsflash. I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason, beheading all kings. I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mustopheles, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips. So you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal.
that was such a
Evil
great
and
change
normal.
right
You
there.
wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of ends. I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren.
Slightly discordant on the chords there. That's great. State of chaos.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? Cause I
That's a
stand here
great
beside
line.
you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So cower at the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs. That I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire that make to be strong. And when I am gone I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate different side.
Back to the intro. That's cool. What a journey this whole thing is. Music, performance, everything.
When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare, but there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy
Calm down,
footsteps,
Dream Theater
the
fans.
more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax. And I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
How good was that? How good was that? Oh, there's a lot to talk about on this one, and truthfully, I don't even know where to begin, but we're going to find a place to begin. Great performance, great song, incredible message, fantastic lyrics. I'm going to look up to see if I can find a breakdown of all the lyrics here, because I'm not going to go through every single line, but I do think that there's a few that's worth mentioning in here. So, great guitar playing, even though I would argue that the guitar playing is not really the focus, it's more just an ongoing melody, a vehicle to transport Ren himself on this journey that he's going through, this philosophical and psychological dilemma. So, first of all, the intensity of the drama between himself, but you could argue the two characters, the back and forth is really, really, really well done. I wouldn't be surprised if Ren is or was a drama student, has any sort of experience acting, stage play, anything like that. It's all in there. If not, then this is all innate. This is all the feeling that we see and that we hear in the performance just coming out in a visual expression that he's put out in front of us for us to attain and to watch him and to connect with, I should say. So I really like that. At first, I was confused a little bit about the setting, but it makes sense. Obviously, he's talking about different sorts of psychoses and psychological issues that he's gone through personally and suffered through, but how he's found this balance, as he states kind of in the message at the end of this video in the pendulum, which I thought was really nice as well. And so it made sense, like, okay, mental hospital, I see that. We see someone, an orderly in a pig mask, rolling him in, allowing him to have time to himself, which is ironic as he's not really he's not by himself, you could say. And I was thinking about the pig mask, and I guess because you could argue that, like, someone who perhaps is under medication, someone who is being forced to go through different, mental programs and things like that, someone that's been Baker acted. It could be so many different things. But anyways, you see your captors as faceless beings, perhaps even in a negative way as pigs. So I think that was really cool and a nice little artistic choice to have that there. Going back to his performance, incredible. The back and forth, the lyrics mean something, the flow means something, the stopping at certain points to give emphasis to certain moments and words is incredibly important. And I think the way that he changes his cadence and the rhythm is really, really well done. And it gives a certain gravitas to the message at certain points. I like how when his, I guess you could say, good side, light side is singing, speaking, the music is a lot more peaceful, but there's a slight change besides vocally and demeanor wise when he goes to the other side. Even the guitar riff becomes just a little bit more aggressive and striking as well. So I think that's a really nice thing, but it doesn't go back and forth in a jarring way. He makes it flow very, very nicely from the performance. And even though you can see that there's multiple camera angles, I wouldn't doubt if this was done in one take or close to one take, just because of how everything flows so well. So really quickly, I'm just going to see if I can find the lyrics because they're not in the description of the actual video itself. So let me just put that in really quick so we can talk about that, because I think it's, like I said, worth going over at least a few lines in here. And then about 3/4 of the way through, when he actually starts singing in almost like a ska reggae kind of tone, that's a little bit of a breakout moment. That's like, oh, he can't just, rap and play guitar and do his thing, but he can really, really sing, and he has a really nice voice. You know what this actually reminded me of? Before I go any further, this actually deeply reminded me of one of my favorite games of the last few years. If you have not played Celeste, with a great soundtrack by Ren Hi Ren, if you have not played Celeste, you need to play it. It's a hard game. There's ways that you can make it easier. But the story, it's one of those games you don't even think about the story really, but slowly the story creeps up on you and you're like, wow, it hits you in a different way. And Celeste was one of my favorite games of the past few years. This is very reminiscent of that. So just to kind of get into, like I said, some of these lyrics here, I really like the hopefulness of, I'm going to say good side versus bad side. Good side saying, I've been making some progress lately. I've learned some new coping skills that I haven't really needed, and I haven't really needed you much. I think we just need to step back and chill. So as he mentioned at the end, this pendulum, there's a relationship going on. And like I said, it's not literal good and evil. At least I don't think so. It's, you could even argue it's not really dark and light. It's just something perhaps a little more higher thought and instinctual, grounded, earthly thought. You can kind of work it both ways. I guess you could really make a case for good and evil, like I said, though, by the way. But I like that line where he says, I haven't needed you much recently. He's found some new coping mechanisms. So at one point, this other side was a considerable driving force in who he was, in his art form, in his music, in his self, in his life. But he's recently attained higher grounds. And he's the one that says, I think we should basically take a break. I think that we need to step back and chill. And then, of course, the other side talks about, you think those doctors are going to help, you think those pills are going to help. And there's nothing wrong with medication if that's the route that you need to take in order to have your peace. But you will have those thoughts. You will have other people that come at you and say, no, you don't need to do all that. You know what's good for you. Your doctors, your people with you are going to know what's good for you. And I think that was really cool how, that's talked about. The mental health is talked about in a very respectful way and in a realistic way as well. I also like when the line comes up that says, let me see. You think that you can amputate me. I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one, blah, blah, blah. I like that. You can't just cut me off and I'm gone. We are the same person. I am you, you are me, etc., etc. And then you even have, as a musician and as an artist, you have those thoughts of like, will I make it? Can I make it? Can I stay true to myself and to my music and at the same time attain perhaps some level of fame, notoriety, or notice? So even here it says, oh, your music is thriving? Delusional. Where's your top 10 hit? Your interview with Oprah. Is Oprah still doing interviews? Where's your Grammys, Ren? Nowhere. And then he responds, yeah, my music's not commercial like that. I've never chased numbers, statistics, or stats. But the music is really connecting. So I really enjoy all this self-awareness in here. Even not as a song. Even if you were to take this and completely remove the music from it, completely remove his singing, you could even completely remove his performance, captivating as it is. You could just write this line by line, a conversation with myself. And you have some really good, honest-hearted, deep thought that's going into this. I just like that line between, or that thought between, staying true to yourself and your music, connecting with people that connect with your music, or selling out. In a sense, you could basically say. And then later on, let me see. There are a few more lines I really liked in here. I just wanted to find them really quick. That's it. This is it. When the good begins, you could say, to override the more primal instinct. He says, you know me, you've met me before, face to face with the beast. I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. That, to me, is the most powerful line in the song. Especially if you've been to that point. That is the most powerful line in this entire track. I think that is incredible. I think that is hard-hitting, heartbreaking, but at the same time, heart-healing. Incredible. I think that was a really great performance, really great song. Fantastic lyrics, a great message. Really, what more can you ask for? Hey, thank you all so much for watching this video. I appreciate it. Like I said, if it's your first time, well, what's stopping you from coming on back? And if it's your last time being here, that's okay. I appreciate you stopping by in the first place. Hope you had somewhat of a decent time. Hope you enjoyed the hors d'oeuvres. Hope you enjoyed a swim in the pool in the back. You didn't take your shoes off. I didn't mention it, but I didn't want you to not come back the next time. So, you know, I'll do some sweeping and mopping. It's okay. It's okay. But next time you come back, just remember to take the shoes. You can support what I do over on Patreon. If you enjoy the video, please at least press the like button, at least leave a comment and say hi. And that's it. Have a wonderful rest of your day, guys. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.